I'm gonna be honest with you guys about something. First, let me tell you how my day went after the game went off, because I didn't watch it, and y'all know that. But after I heard the game went off, I made that video and stuff. I had a hard time sleeping last night, man. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way the NBA's going and my boy lost and shit like that. And I was watching some videos last night, and I'm gonna be honest here, man. And this is something I don't really want to admit, but I was watching an interview with black ass Draymond Green. He was sitting up there with I don't know if it was a TNT crew, but I know Charles. He was sitting right next to Charles Barkley, and the first thing I thought was, oh, wait a minute. Don't Charles Barkley want to punch him in the face? For those of you that don't know, Charles Barkley said, I wish somebody would punch Draymond Green in the face a few weeks ago. And I seen him sitting there, and I'm listening to Draymond Green. Now, let me rewind back to the game, even though I didn't watch it. Draymond, during the game, he wasn't acting his normal self, like a fool. He wasn't screaming and hollering. He was just playing team ball, and he wasn't really acting a fool last night. So even though I can't stand him, he really wasn't acting the way he was acting to make me not stand him, okay? Follow me here. So when I was watching the interview, I was listening to him, and I had to turn the interview off. And I'm going to tell you when I turned the interview off. When him and Barkley were talking, and Barkley said, hey, man, are you annoying? Or he did joke with him and stuff like that, and he kind of like nudged him, like, hey, I'm joking. And Draymond Green, when he was answering the questions, he wasn't being arrogant, because usually he's arrogant and an asshole. He was just saying, man, our team went through this injury and that injury, and he talked about the whole year. And he said, man, this is a tough year for us. And then when he asked about if he was annoying, he said, well, my guys, they love me and stuff like that, but they'll probably tell you I am. I'm just as annoying in person. And he was like being all humble and nice. And for a second, I'm going to be honest, man, because I had to turn it off right when this happened. For a second, I kind of liked the black ass Draymond Green for a minute. I said, what the fuck? I turned that bitch right off. I said, whoa, hold on. No, I can't. And I didn't watch the rest of the interview. And then I watched a couple things with Klay Thompson and all that. And them guys were not bothering me that much last night. They weren't, even though they just beat my team. And I fucking hate this team. And they beat LeBron. I was just like, they didn't bother me. Because the way they played, not the way they got together. Let me say this again. Not the way they got together, but the way they played the right way last night. They really did, man. Even though they're a cheesy-ass fucking bullshit, cheating-ass team, and they manipulated the system and paying niggas under the table and all that shit, they played the right way last night. I got to give credit where credit due. They're the fucking cheaters. I can't stand them. I'm never with that shit. But they played the right way. And what Kevin Horace Grant Durant did last night, I kind of respected him because I know he's a sidekick. He's a third wheel. So when he tried to give Steph Curry the MVP, I said, damn, that's a real selfless dude. Even though he took a haircut and he's still getting paid under the table. I said, damn, that was nice for him to do that. And even though Steph Curry didn't get it, Kevin Durant was an ultimate team player, man. He's not a competitor, and he's a bitch and he's a pussy, but he was a team player last night. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say this, man. Probably be my only time saying this, but I got to give credit to the cheaters last night, man, motherfuckers. Because here's why. I'm a Jordan fan. I grew up with Jordan, and I love Steve Kerr, dude. I love him. Let me tell you a story. I was in Las Vegas in 2007. This is a true story, and I was going to some of the FIBA basketball games, where they were getting ready to get to the Olympics in '08, and they were playing some competition and stuff. It was LeBron, Chauncey Billups, I think Carmelo was on the team. Kobe was there. I went there. His birthday is August 23rd, 2007, and I remember he turned 29 that year, I think. Anyways, or something like that. So anyways, he was there, and there was a bunch of NBA, stars there. LeBron was 22, he was young, and all this other stuff. So when you walk in, when you pay for your ticket, and there wasn't a lot of people in the arena because you couldn't bet on the games. And if in Vegas, if you've ever been to Vegas, if you can't bet on the game, nobody gives a shit. Because in Las Vegas, for some reason, they don't give a shit about like superstars and all that, because everybody comes out to Las Vegas. Everybody and your mom. So you can literally walk down the strip, and if you walk down the Las Vegas Strip and you're there for a long enough time, you're going to see a celebrity. Guarantee it, you are. And so I get my ticket, and I go up the elevator, and I walk around to the, like the, not the hallway, but I guess the hallway, the outer rim of the arena. And I'm walking, I'm talking to my auntie, because my aunt lives out in Vegas. I was staying at her house. And all of a sudden, somebody tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Excuse me, you dropped this." And you know how you look down? You know, somebody's handing you something in your hand, you look down, and you grab it, and I go, okay, and I look up, and I look in his face, it's fucking Steve Kerr. And I'm like, holy, and he's on the phone. I'm like, holy, I said, oh, Steve Kerr. Now, I'm about 6'2", 6'3", so he's about the same height as me. And I said, hey, man, thank you. He said, no problem, man. He said, enjoy the game. And then he walked over, and he went in the corner, and he's on the phone. This is when he was like a GM or president of the Phoenix Suns back then. And I was like, holy shit, that's Steve Kerr. And he was so nice to do that. Like, he didn't have to pick up my, because I had a bunch of programs and papers together. It was a bunch of bullshit. But I dropped it. He went behind me and told me I dropped it and gave it to me. And I was telling my aunt, I said, that's Steve Kerr. She's like, who's that? I was like, dude played with Jordan. He shot a three-pointer. I say all that to say this. I love Steve Kerr. I respect him to the utmost. I loved him when he was on my team with the Bulls back with Jordan. He hit key shots for us. He's a winner, and he's a class act. I love Steve Kerr, man. He personifies basketball. This guy was a non-athletic dude coming out of high school, but he turned himself into a specialist, and he's smart as hell, and he's a good person. Steve Kerr was a three-point specialist with the Bulls. Then he moved on to broadcasting. Then he became a GM/president with the Phoenix Suns, and then he became a head coach of the Cheaters. You know what I mean? And he's done it all in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? He's learned from Phil Jackson, Greg Popovich. He played with Jordan. And last night he said on the podium that the two best players he's ever seen was LeBron James and Michael Jordan. And I'm not going to argue that. So I got much respect for Steve Kerr, even though I hate the fucking cheaters. But I'm going to say this, congratulations to them for what they pulled off, their organization, getting the players that they got, and building the organization they did, because they're going to dominate for a long time. You better write this day down or take a picture, because I'll never probably say this bullshit again. But I got to give credit where credit is due. So congratulations to the motherfucking Golden State Cheaters. All right, let me know what y'all Negroes think. If y'all agree with me, there's nothing really to agree with, but if you like the video, hit the like button. Y'all already know the routine. Leave a comment below, tell me why, all right? And then share it with your friends. You know how if you like something and you tell somebody about it, or if something's good, you got some ice cream, try this, Tell somebody about it, share it, all right? Do me that solid. But remember, if you don't like it, hit the dislike button. Leave a comment below and tell me why, all right? Don't tell anybody about it. Because if you don't like something, you don't tell anybody about the bullshit. Like Han Solo movie, it wasn't that good. I'm not going to tell y'all about it. All right? Do me that solid. Because y'all already know. I don't give a damn. Holla at your boy. Peace.